So I have a unpopular opinion, and that's you are 100% the reason why you are where you are in life. It's not anybody else's fault other than yours. It's not your significant other's fault. It's not your parents. It's not your children's fault. It's not your boss at work. It's not the teachers. It's not the students. The reason you are where you are right now is because of you. And the sooner you accept that and take on that responsibility and hold yourself accountable, the sooner you can get out of the situation that you're in. If it's a mental thing, if it's a health, physical thing, if it's finances, whatever it is, the sooner you accept that you're there because of you and that you hold yourself accountable and responsible for your life, you can start making changes. My name is Carlo Beatty, and I help coach people on productivity so that they can get the results that they're looking for in life and live the kind of life that they want to live. So, quick story. I was working one time. I'm an engineer by training. I'm in the lab, and there's a whole bunch of people in the lab, maybe like 30 or 40 in this particular room. And the ages ranged from just got out of college all the way up till, pushing that retirement age. And what I didn't want to happen was the same thing that I was seeing in there. So I'm looking around, and for whatever reason, I guess it was just my time to have this thought. I said to myself, man, it has to be more to life than to do this, what we're doing right now for this many years. I'm looking at a 40-year time span, and I said to myself, no, I can't do it. And with that thought, I started thinking about other things. I'm looking at being at home with the family and the kid, spending time with other family members and friends. And I noticed that, most of my time was taken up with being at work, going to work, coming home from work. And maybe there were a little bit of time to do other things. But when I sat down and kind of mapped out where all my time went, I could really see where I was not spending enough time doing things that really matter. So it just took me down this road of personal development, productivity management, priorities, and just kind of rearranging what I thought was important in life to make space for the things that really were important. So I started really taking everything serious and learning how to put stuff together. Now, I read a lot of books, things of that nature, and what I noticed was that if you really sit down and take the time to make real intentional plans and changes, you can change your life in 30 days. You can see improvements in a lot of areas of your life. I don't care if it's your health. I don't care if it's your mindset, finances, relationships with your people, relationship with yourself. And what I realized in my studying and learning is that most people don't plan their life. You plan vacations, you plan where you're going to eat, you plan what you're going to wear to some event, you plan what shows you're going to watch, what movie you want to go to, but you don't sit down and actually plan out how you want your life to look. And once I took that approach to things, everything started changing. So this video here, I wanted to share with you 4 steps that I've seen that are really important in that process of being able to change the way your life is going. Throw them up here on the screen real quick. And these are the steps. The first one is clarity. And clarity is really the most important step, because in this step, you got to think of what your vision is. What is it that you want out of life? So you want to sit down and what do you want your job to look like? What do you want your health to be like? What do you want your finances to be like? And you can start high level. I want to get healthy. And then you can go down and say, what does that mean? Well, I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay. And once you start doing it like that, you can start putting the pieces in place in all areas of your life to see a difference. All right. So again, you can do health, finances, career, relationships. If there's some new skill you want to learn, I have obtained almost 2 dozen certifications over the time. And a lot of people think, oh man, you really can do so well getting them. And I just know how my brain works, and I know the methods that I need in order to study and retain the information so that I can test for them. Which leads me to the second step. It's self-awareness. And in this step, this is where you want to sit back and get better at understanding who you are. And a lot of people don't do this. And You want to know what your strengths lie, what areas of improvements you need to make, opportunities that you have to grow as a person, and then things that are threatening the way that you want to move through life. You can look for your blind spots because everybody is too close to their own selves. So what you want to do is either go and ask for feedback from other people that you trust, that you work with, but real feedback, because most people don't want to hear the real truth about how they are, or the people around them may be a little intimidated in saying the truth. So if you're the type of person that can't really take feedback, criticism, this is where it might be a little tough because you don't want to hear anything bad about yourself. So that's one way. Another way is to take some type of assessment. There are assessments that can tell you your behavior types, and it's 4. A lot of them are based around like 4 behavior types of people, and they have certain behaviors and tendencies and things that they do that once you understand that, you can go, oh, that's why I do this, that, and the third. Or you'll start sending other people and understand, okay, now I see why Susie at work does this thing the way she does, because she's this type of behavior type. And you can open up communication a little bit better because now you understand why people are doing certain things, and you understand why you do certain things. And this helps because of you get better at communicating. You learn about yourself in the way that you actually learn, how you teach people, how you train. So all this comes into play to help you with the vision that you set up in the first step. So now you can see where you struggle, the areas that you struggle in. You can look at your goals and the vision that you already set and say, oh, okay, this is why I struggle in this area, because I have this blind spot that I didn't know about, but I found out because I talked to people or I took these assessments. And if you would like an assessment, feel free to reach out to me. I'll send you a link. You can take it, find out really a little bit more about yourself, your blind spots, some of your strengths and weaknesses, and we can work something out to make sure you get the results that you're looking for. The third step is, after we got clear on our vision and that we have gotten a better idea about ourselves and who we are, is planning. And I know this is the step that kind of throws a lot of people off sometimes, because you don't want these big lofty goals and things of that nature. What you want is SMART. And this is something that everybody's heard. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for attainable, R is for realistic, and T is for time-based. And the reason you want to have SMART goals is we don't want to, if I've had struggled saving $2,000 for an emergency fund, I don't want to all of a sudden say, you know what, my goal is $200,000, because I'm gonna get discouraged. I want to make a goal that's a little bit of a stretch for me to make me really put that effort in, but I still want to be able to get to it. So maybe I say, you know, I want to put $3,000 up because I know I can do it. And then once you get close to it, then you adjust the goal a little bit more until you see the areas where you can make the adjustments that you need to get to 200,000 if that's your goal. All right. So now with the vision from the first step in clarity, the planning part is where everything starts coming together, because now if I know I want to lose, if I know my goal is to get healthy and I know that it involves me losing 30 pounds, now the plan is go to the gym 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week, eat clean, don't go out to eat, stop eating certain foods, drink more water, don't drink a lot of sodas, etc., etc. So now, because I'm clear on what it is that I want, all my decisions become easier. Got to think, if I want to get my mindset right and I want to listen to the radio, do I listen to a lot of negative type music and podcasts or whatever, or do I want to switch it to something that's more uplifting and inspirational? If I'm going out to eat and I know I want to lose weight, do I go to the burger joint, or do I try to find a place that has, you know, better quality food, you know, baked salmon or salads, but like real salads, not like the fast food salads that are still 1,500,000 calories, but you know, real good food that's going to work towards your goal. So once you have that vision and clarity, it just makes your life so much easier, because everything you do gets you closer or further away from the goal that you're trying to reach. And the next thing would be in the planning is that people call it time management, but it's really more self-management. So now you got all these different goals that you have started to put together. Now the thing is, you want to sit down, map out when you're going to do things. Put it on a spreadsheet. I have one that I put in Excel that I start at 3 o'clock in the morning and end at 3 o'clock in the morning. In the cells, I put, when I'm going to work out, when I go to work, when I go train, jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or whatever, my ideas for when I want to go grocery shopping, reading books, and whatever. I want to put all that stuff down so that I know I'm getting to the goals that I've set. And this helps it on another side too. It helps with boundaries, because a lot of people have a problem with boundaries. And you need to have your priorities set, because if you allow other people to take control of your time, you're never going to be able to get to where you want to be. So sometimes, well, I'm going to say a lot of times, not sometimes, you need to tell people no. Stop telling people yes all the time. Somebody call you at 3 o'clock and you were going to the gym at 3:30, you're going to the gym. Now, I get emergencies happen, but if it ain't an emergency, a real emergency, you're going to the gym. Hey, I just want to hang out with you today. All right, cool. Swing by around 5, I should be home. Not, okay, yeah, well, I'll come over there. I wasn't going to the gym. No, go to the gym. I've had that happen to me before. I'm ready to go. As I'm leaving out, people are, oh, somebody's coming over. Okay, they hear when I get back, then I hang out with them. So you got to have those boundaries set in place, because you may feel like you're missing out on something, but I'm telling you, you'll feel even worse because you didn't do the thing that you knew was a priority for you. All right. The fourth step here is execution, and it's self-explanatory. So right here is where all the action happens, and the consistency. And what I had to learn over the years was that progress is better than perfection. So let's say you wanted to go to the gym 5 days a week. The first time you tried, you only made it 3. Okay, well, next week, try to get that 4th one in. And then in the week after that, try to make sure you get the 5th one. Now, you want to be consistent, and you want to put forth that effort. All right, so with all these things, it's the little things that count. So if you're struggling with going to the gym, then it might be, well, just go and get on a treadmill. And the more you go every day and you get on a treadmill, then you're already there. So you do the 20 minutes on the treadmill, go do some squats, go do 10 squats, go and do 30 push-ups or something, and then just keep adding on. Don't try to overdo it. Same thing with saving money. You can, put $10 a week in the bank, and then $20, and then $30, or however you want to do it. But set it up so that you get the action going, and then you can stay consistent in actually doing the thing. And you'll start seeing $20 or $30 a month is okay, cool. But then when you look up and now your account has $500, you go, okay, let me see if I can get it to $1,000 now. So we want to do it that way. Now, if in the execution phase, if you find that you are getting some struggles, then this is where you make your adjustments. And you also want to keep an eye on what it is that's causing you the struggle. Like if you go, I didn't do something the way I wanted to do it, but you don't understand what the cause was, we want to make sure we keep an eye on those things too, because now maybe the reason you can't do something 5 or 6 days a week is because of, let's say, work, and you get there's some fluctuations or something. But as you're tracking everything, you can say, oh, I can make these adjustments. Maybe on this day I have to go to the gym at 6 in the morning, but on this day I have the ability to go at lunchtime. So now you're making these adjustments to get your consistency where it needs to be. And this is all about discipline and consistency. A lot of people talk about motivation, but motivation is a feeling, and feelings can go away. To be honest, most of the time people don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym, but I do it anyway because I like how I feel when I get finished, or how I go throughout my day and I have a lot of energy. So it's about discipline and consistency, because believe it or not, everybody is successful. You are where you are because of all the decisions that you made. Where you are right now is a reflection of everything you've done in the past few years of decision making. So Now it's really about making a better decision the next time, doing the best the next time you have to make a decision. And we put all this stuff together, and we got it going. Where this leads to, my bonus is confidence, because the more you get good at something, the better it makes you feel. It builds your self-esteem, and you become confident. You see this in sports. Kid doesn't know how to hit the ball. He keeps trying. Then once he starts hitting it, he wants to keep trying to hit it and get better at hitting, or catching the ball, shooting basketball, playing football, all that. Even martial arts and fighting sports and things like that. Once you start acquiring the skill and you're able to use it and you understand it, your confidence builds. So once you start working on you and you're starting to get the results that you want on purpose, then your confidence is going to build. You can feel good about yourself. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't realize. When you put this discipline and structure in your life, it builds confidence. So hopefully this helped you to get started on the right path. A lot of people have a destination they want to go to, but they don't really know how to get there. So if you need some help with that, feel free to reach out to me. I have a link below. Click that, and we can get started doing some things and working together to get you to be the best version of yourself that you want to be. And, design that kind of life that you would like. And don't let anybody tell you what success is. Success with people is different. Everybody's different, so everybody's version of success is going to be different also. So talk to you soon. Have a great day. Please like and comment, and see you soon.